Hey, what's going on, everybody? Climb here. We've got something pretty fun and special just happened this weekend. Playing some Trials with Intensity Jones and Rock here. And we went up against Luminosity, the one and only Luminosity, considered the best player, probably one of the best players in Crucible as far as PvP goes. The dude's super aggressive. He's an incredible player. And we were kind of shocked. This is our 5-0 game. So I was going to play with some with the last word because I knew it was going to be super try hard, but then I just figured it'd be fun to just whatever. I figured we'd lose, so it'd be fun to just do universal remote sniper. So I do know that they're, yeah, you can see me contemplating here again. I'm like, should I? But whatever, I just know it's going to be for fun. But we actually put up a pretty good fight. So I do know that Luminosity likes to rush. And so we usually are going to stay, I think, in the in like close quarters, right? So especially with this setup that I have, we're gonna try to mix it up. You can see that's Luminosity there. What he's really good at is getting underneath those sight lines. So he figured someone was probably hard scoping there, potentially had the potential to hard scope there. He does a really good job as far as going underneath that sight line, sliding through. Now here I end up winning my engagements. Because if you saw me, I'm bouncing up around that door. I love doing this with shotguns. Just jumping up, using any sort of the verticality and looking downward, waiting for them to rush through that doorway. And then I was able to kill Luminosity at full health because of crowd control. So that helped a lot more, even though I had a little bit of range. But that's just a great tip when you're using shotguns. So stay within close quarters, really close quarters. You want to stay tight against the walls. And then if you try to bait people out, try to use that cover for your advantage. And terrible grenade there. So stupid. Could have at least tagged somebody. I got super aggressive here. That was dumb. But anyway, and then just bounce up around these corners. Bounce up around these doorways. Wait for someone to come in. Try to surprise them in that sense. And I'm contemplating like, man, we're getting our butts handed to us. So still, it's going to be fun. I think we still go inside right, if I recall. Yeah, so we're going to stay inside right and just kind of play these corners here. So I figured, so you see me hard scoping, here comes Luminosity trying to zone me out, and then again gets underneath the sight line. I jump up, throw a grenade, try to zone him out and away. Thankfully that lightning grenade above me did not kill me or hit me. I try to get behind cover, hard scoping that, figuring he was going to come through, but what he does is he goes all the way around, jumps down, right there to try to flank us from the left. I'm able to at least kill Luminosity again. I think I kill him for the most part the entire time, or for the most of the entire engagement. But that just kind of helps out. I was looking down that sight line because I knew Rock and Intensity were looking down left, engaging those two guys. Just listening to callouts. So I'm trying to cover the flanks, so the potential for someone to come through there. And again, you even saw Luminosity going up above that corner, doing a really good job using that sightline to his advantage as a shotgunner. So here, I throw in a grenade. Oh my gosh, his shots were spot on. I'm throwing a grenade to help zone him out. Just trying to see how close I am to the cover over here. Trying to stay nice against the walls here. Missed my shot. He jumps up, trying to get that verticality. I'm able to shotgun him. Get that nice little kill. This guy's weak, and then finish him off with that range and crowd control. So that was fun to get. Universal remote, you can kind of really seeing the advantages there, especially if you can proc crowd control and kind of take your time to line up that headshot when they don't know you're coming. You see me using a lot of that verticality too. I'm jumping down onto someone as opposed to charging them directly. So just using those angles, using your cover. So this worked for us before. We figure why change it up. I'm going to try to assume someone's going to come through that way. Chuck a grenade just to zone them out. Let Rock and Intensity trying to get some damage on them as well. We're listening for callouts. Cheeky little cheeky little quick scope there. I figured Luminosity had a self-res, but then I remembered right now that he is Voidwalker. So that was a great engagement. That was a great way for using callouts, using corners, angles, using limiting sight lines is really what it was to your advantage. And so even when Luminosity were rushing into each other, you saw that we were staying close. He went inside and slid, This is dumb. I get a great body shot. He should have been an easy death. I thought my grenades would have finished him off. They did not. Here I'm getting pegged so hard. I thought I could at least do something. I just get taken out with my blade. That was really poor engagement on myself. I should have stayed with that Titan. I should have ensured that he was dead. That should have been rule number 1 for me. So that was really poor on my part because I had him dead to rights. But I think we're going to come back here, do the same game plan. It's for the most part. Oh yeah, it's heavy. I was so mad. So we thought we'd try to be respectful and wave it off, but they do nothing. They do not. So we're really trying to figure out, like, are they going to take heavy? Are they going to not? And somehow I don't get Nova'd here, but again I get Luminosity, kill him all the time. I read that poorly. I thought he was going to rush a little bit harder on my radar there, but he started backing up, as you could see, so I couldn't do anything. And you can see that they picked up the heavy and used the heavy. So Rocket kind of explained it that streamers don't like to wave it off because they get fooled a lot. Where a little tantrum. I guess they get tricked a lot to where they get it waved off, but then they get screwed because the other team gets heavy. But we were trying to be respectful. We really didn't want heavy. I hate heavy round personally. So we're trying to change it up. I honestly don't know why, because our strategy was working very well. I thought that was a good spot for me to try to get an angle on. We're pushing in pretty aggressively here. We're trying to work as a team, staying close together. Unfortunately, Rock misses his Nova. So we're trying to just work this corner. I get tagged by a great grenade. I'm expecting him to rush me, so I'm trying to stay against that wall, trying to stay close. You see how close I am to these walls here, trying to get some distance. Even down here, trying to not only get some more special, but just look how close I am staying to these walls. Unfortunately, Intensity can't get any more picks either with his supers. That's 2 of our supers down. We're actually now 3 supers. We have no supers. Such a sick kill. I don't know how I got that. Rock gets a great pick there too. Missed my first shot, but thankfully I'm able to follow it up. And we would have had him down anyway with Rock and Intensity there behind me, or at least Intensity. So that was a great engagement. Thankfully that one pick helped us out a lot, kind of build up momentum. Rock won his 1v1. So it worked out well. And then here we're getting a little excited, and it's like, besides the fact that we're facing Luminosity, which is pretty incredible. So here we're trying to just figure out these angles. I can't get anything. I drop back down. Terrible grenade again. I was trying to zone him off, chucking inside. Another great way to do that when you're falling down off something, just to try to zone it off. I get 2 damage, so really strong push there. But you see how close I am to the to wall here. Oh, I'm so mad at myself. That was poor engagement on me. But you see how close I was to that window there, so I could keep hopping up and down if someone was going to push through, and or if they were going to fall down. But unfortunately, we lose the engagement. They played well. I thought we played well, and I was still somehow able to do 14 and 7, so I got a 2-0 KD against Luminosity. So for me, that was pretty fun. So I hope you enjoyed it. It was intense to get. I was sweating the whole time, but you know what can you do? It was an unfair advantage on their part because their KDs are triple ours. But anyway, I hope you learned something or at least enjoyed it. Take care.